y'all. So I thought I would bring you guys along while I did a little bit of baking today. I'm just going to use, I do cheat, so for the chocolate chip cookies, I'm going to use this cookie dough. It's just your regular, what is it, Pillsbury chocolate chip cookie dough that I get from Sam's. So I'm going to make some cookies out of this cookie dough. And I'm probably going to do about 12 or 15 of those. And then I'm going to make some peanut butter cookies. Now I'll do those from scratch. And it's a very simple recipe. So simple. And then I thought about making, I'm going to make a batch of brownies. And I am going to be using the Ghirardelli brownie mix that I picked up from Costco. And it is on sale. I want to say it's like $4 off that box, but I will link that below so you guys can see that. Also today I have, I'll show you here in just a moment when I pop these chocolate chip cookies in the oven. And I just put them in the oven for like, I don't know, 12, 15 minutes. I just kind of keep an eye on them. I think I set it for like 15 and I look at it and etc. So, there's 3, 6, 9, 12. We're going to do 15 of these. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this after I do all my baking because I don't want it to affect the baked goods. I don't know if it will, but I thought it will. Okay. So I have my pan of 15 chocolate chip cookies, and prior to putting the cookies on there, I just spray this lightly with some Pam. So we're going to pop these in the oven. And I'm going to go ahead and set this timer for, we're just going to go with 15 minutes to start with. And I already have my oven preheated. But after I get done with all my baking, I'm going to take this, I've got some rosemary here from my garden. I've got some parsley. And I also have some basil that I'm going to, actually got this over the weekend and I put it in a bowl in the refrigerator with some water, but the water evaporated. So it already is a little bit dry, but I'm going to take this and pop it in the oven and dry these out and then pull them off and have them for dried herbs. So that is my thinking on that. And then I've got to figure out what I'm going to do for dinner tonight. So I have my HelloFresh stuff here. We did pasta last night, so I'm not going to do this tonight because that is pasta. I'm thinking about this dish. The crispy cayenne chicken cutlets. I think I'm going to do this. I'm going to go ahead and cook the broccoli, but in addition to this, I'm going to make some fried green tomatoes. Because they're really, I picked these up at the Fisher's Farm produce stand on Saturday, and they were completely green and they're starting to turn. And I know Scotty wanted some fried green tomatoes, so I'm going to make that. So this is going to be on the menu for tonight. And then I think for myself today, I'm going to make myself, I think I'm going to do a little quiche. I'm going to make a quiche for myself for dinner tonight. I bought my avocados. Well, I had the shipped people deliver them to me from Costco the other day, and they were pretty hard. I forgot about them. I put them in the garage refrigerator, brought them in. So I'm hoping that one of those will be soft enough for me to enjoy for dinner tonight. So that's what we got going on right now. So in between everything, I'm trying to clean the house a little bit. It's not bad. I do need to do the floors. I do need to clean the leather furniture. The leather furniture needs to be cleaned. So I'm going to do that. So that's on my agenda. Pop this back in here. We've got our little cutlets already in the refrigerator. So I have that. I need to figure out, I've got some mushrooms I can put in my quiche. I have mushrooms. I've got some peppers I can put in my quiche. I chopped these up when they started going bad, so I have some frozen peppers I can throw in there. I don't know, I might put a little ham in there too. I might throw some ham in there. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do for myself here in a bit. Okay, so the alarm just went off for the chocolate chip cookies, so we're going to pull those out of the oven. And I had those in there, like I said, for 15 minutes, and as you can see, they are ready. Okay, so I'm going to keep the oven on at 350 because what we're going to do now is we are going to make our peanut butter cookies. Very simple. You need a cup of sugar, a cup of peanut butter, and I accidentally the other day, oh, my coffee's ready. On my Costco order, I accidentally ordered the Super Crunch, extra crunchy peanut butter. So I'm going to try this out. Although I do have Smooth in there, I have a whole nother jar of Smooth, jar and plus. But I want to try this out. Scotty thinks it'll be good. So like I said, it's 1 cup of sugar, 1 cup of peanut butter, and we're going to pull out 1 egg. That's it. 3 ingredient. Oh, you know what else I'm thinking that I'm going to make today is those oatmeal breakfast cookies, I think. We'll see. So that's all we need for the peanut butter cookies. So let's go ahead. Okay, let's pull this off. All right, and I want to use, let's see, I'm going to use, where are my, okay, so I've got this big one here. It's a 1/2 cup. I'm going to use this. I'm going to spray it with some Pam so it's easy to get out. Just like that. Or 1/2 cup here. And I'm not going to be exact, okay, guys? I'm just going to put it in there. There we go. Okay, see that one? I should have sprayed a little bit more in there because that one came out sticking. If I wasn't on my fast right now, I would try that. Crunchy peanut butter. I love peanut butter. Okay, so next I'm going to put in my egg. 1 egg. Put this in my compost box or container right there. Rinse my hand. Take a moment real quick and pull these cookies off this tray here, so they don't continue to cook on this pan. And they are just, look at how easy it is to get off when you spray your little cookie sheet with your Pam. Trust me, when I'm making these cookies, because I love sweets too. My mouth keeps going like this. I just want to eat some, but I don't, because I don't eat that stuff. And anyway, the other day I did make my peanut butter cookies with the monk fruit, and it was good because I wanted some, but it was so sweet. Next time I make it, because it calls for, you know, a cup of sugar, I'll make it with 1/2 cup because it was way too sweet. So now we're going to measure out our sugar. And there we go. That is the extent of this. But I'll tell you what I do just a little bit further here. I take just a tad of flour and put in there. I think it helps form it. So I'm going to grab a little bit of flour from the pantry over here. So I just take I'm just going to, I hate when that happens. I need to put this in a container. Just that much. Just that much. That's all I need. I'm going to wipe my hands over here. And then I have, for mixing my stuff, for some reason I always like to use this spoon. So I'm going to use that spoon on mixing the peanut butter cookies. put this on here nicely tight. Roll this up because we're done with that. We're done with that. And this makes about, I don't know, I want to say between, let's see, between 15 and 20 cookies, maybe even a little more. So you just give that a good stir, which is where you see that that's what I'm doing. And I'm going to use the exact same pan that I made the chocolate chip cookies on. Let's see, I guess it's okay. No, it's not too runny. Okay. I'm just going to bring this over here. I'm going to give it a little bit more spray just to hold that. Have a sip of my coffee. If you haven't seen that mug that I posted, it's coffee is a hug in a mug. Love this coffee cup. Got 2 of them. I purchased at Ross a bit ago. I'm sure if you watch my videos, you see that. I got the only 2 that they had. I would have bought more because I just love those mugs. They're really nice for the price. $3.99. I just could not pass it up. That's the day that Abby and I went out. Oh, and Madison. Madison went with us. Yeah. Okay. So let's get this going here. So all I do is I just take it and I'm just going to do just like I did with the chocolate chips. So what I do once I get these on the pan, I think it's cool enough. It shouldn't spread too much. And I make this really quick, guys. I don't spend a lot of time. I do love to bake, and I love to bake a cake from scratch. I love that. And one year for Melissa's birthday, I made her homemade cream puffs. They were really good. I should do that if she wants them. Her birthday's coming up. Actually, Scotty's, Melissa's, and myself, our birthdays are in September. So from September through December, it is a non-stop birthdays for our family, our immediate family. It's like mine, Melissa's, and Scotty's, and then we've got Madison is October 22nd, Baloo's is October 1st, and then we've got Madison and Chase's is the 12th and the 14th. I think Chase's is the 12th, but I could have this wrong. Chase's maybe the 12th, Maddie's is the 14th, or vice versa. So we have that coming up, and then we have Ben's birthday is in November. And then we have my husband Scott's birthday is in December. He's a December 23rd baby. Okay, so I have that done. So now what I'm going to do, and I don't do the sugar on this part, I just take a fork and I just kind of pat them down just a little bit, kind of give them a little bit of a shape, just like that. Yeah, I probably got enough in that bowl there to do another 10 to 12 cookies. I don't know why. I mean, I know this stuff is it's not great to make. It's really not. But for some reason, it just brings me joy to bake for my family. Even if it's just out of a box. I don't know what it is. It just makes me happy. Just makes me happy. And like I said, the last time I made these peanut butter cookies, I did them with the monk fruit. And then I did test my my sugar level the next day. It still, even though it was a, what do you call it? A artificial sweetener, you know, a natural whatever. It still raised my blood sugar extremely high. But it didn't kick me out of ketosis. I mean, I've been staying in ketosis for the most part. I stay between 0.9 and 2 something, which is really good because you want that. And then I want to keep my blood sugar at least 100 or lower. And then I take the blood, the glucose number, and then I take the ketone number and I divide it. I divide the ketone into the blood number, and then if it's 80 or below, my body is in autophagy, which is meaning it's eating itself, which is good because I want that. Okay, so there's our peanut butter cookies. We're gonna pop these, go ahead and pop these in the oven for, I'm gonna set those starting out at, we're gonna do 12 minutes. And then I'm gonna pull up my recipe for the oatmeal breakfast, healthy breakfast cookies, which I guess healthy. I don't know how healthy it is. We got to have some honey. I've got regular oats this time. I bought some raisins to go in it this time. I need vanilla I have over there. I have baking soda or baking powder. I can't remember which one it needs. But anyway, we're going to do that one, I think, after the peanut butter cookies. Then we'll get the healthy oatmeal breakfast cookies done. We're going to do the brownies. It's a baking day here at my house. And hopefully, maybe I'll swing over or drop some off at the grandkids this. I am not sure what happened here, but for some reason my audio was not recording. So I am pulling out the peanut butter cookies out of the oven. I'm going to let them sit on the pan for a couple of minutes. And in the meantime, we're going to go ahead and get started with the next baking item. And here, as you can see, the peanut butter cookies, see how perfect they came out? And you just have to form them just a little bit, and they're just soft enough to let them sit on the pan for a couple minutes. And then once 2 minutes is about up, I will take those and put them on the cooling rack. I am so upset that this audio did not work. I don't know what I'm saying here. I purchased this adorable cookie jar off of Through the Country Door, one of my favorite online stores to shop from. And yes, it was a bit pricey, but it was well worth it. It was $30. It's nice and large, and it matches my little utensil holder as well. So here we go. I'm going to go ahead and put the chocolate chip cookies in there, and I'm going to do a layer of chocolate chip, and then I'm going to do a layer of peanut butter, and so forth. I absolutely have no idea what I'm trying to say here. Maybe I was counting out the cookies. Who knows? I cannot believe I didn't have the audio. I'm so sorry, everybody. I'm getting a plate to put the cookies off the cooling rack onto the plate, so I can put the peanut butter cookies over there so they can cool. I'm going to give some to the grandkids, and then, of course, I'm going to have some in the cookie jar. So now, yeah. So here I'm telling you that there's a seal that goes onto the cookie jar, and the guys keep taking it off, and I don't know where they put it because it is easier to open the cookie jar without it. But of course, we all know having that seal keeps the food fresher, but the guys would rather not fight with the seal, so they take it off, and I have no idea where it is at this moment. And I believe this is the last batch of the peanut butter cookies, but I am not certain. Um, So anyway, yes, I'll let them sit there for a couple minutes. Actually, yep, they're ready for me to go ahead and put on the cooling rack there. And as you can see, using the pan spray, you don't even have to use your spatula to pull it off the pan if you don't want to. And I like using the pancake flipper as the spatula to pull off the pan because it's not real thick, it's thin. So it's easier for me to take it off, especially if they're still a little bit soft, it won't break the cookie. So at this moment, I was telling you that I'm about done drinking coffee for the day. So I'm going to take what I have left here in this cup and put it in my mason jar cup to chill for iced coffee when I break my fast in the afternoon. So now I'm pouring it in the cup and I'm going to take that glass and put it in the refrigerator so I have some iced coffee. So at this moment, I was making space for the iced coffee in there, and then I was assessing my situation on how many bananas I have, and the recipe calls for 2 to 3 bananas, and I only have one. And now I'm showing you my cafe latte premier protein that I use to mix with my coffee when I break my fast. And as you can see, it has 160 calories for the container. I think it's like 3 net carbs, if that. So that's what I use to mix in with my ice, with my coffee. And sometimes I will top it off with some ground cinnamon. So I'm looking, I believe we do have a few more of the peanut butter cookies to do. So that was not the last batch. So we're doing that now. So if my calculations are correct, this should be the last batch of cookies. If not, there'll be just a few more trickling in, and I am not gonna, I'm gonna spare you guys of doing this voiceover if that next video is, the audio is missed as well. I didn't catch it until quite some time after I had gotten deep into this baking. Yes, I do have a little bit more cookie dough left there for the peanut butter cookies, but like I said, I'm not going to share that video if there's no audio. Now I'm explaining to you I only have one banana, so here we go. Okay, so I've stepped back over here into the kitchen. It appears that we have like 1.5 minutes left on these peanut butter cookies, which I think I'm going to go ahead and pull them out now. They look like they are done. So maybe go back to the 12 minutes instead of 14. Oops. Ouch, 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 ouch. Let's see here. Let me get this pot holder. Yeah, I think they'll be fine. I'm going to put them on the stove and let them do their thing. In the meantime, we're going to stop this and let me see. What does my oven? 350, same temperature for the healthy. We are going to make the, they are called healthy oatmeal breakfast cookies. So I'm going to need from the pantry, I have my banana. Like I said, normally it's 2, but we're just going to do 1. That's all I have. I need a 1/2 cup of peanut butter or almond butter. I'm going to use peanut butter, and I'm going to use the smooth peanut butter on this go round. A 1/4 cup of honey, a 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 2.5 cups of old-fashioned rolled oats, have those, and 1/3 cup of chocolate chips, raisins, or cranberries. We're going to do raisins. Okay. I have my honey here. We're going to get our rolled oats and our raisins out of the pantry. We're going to get this mixed up and going here. So what I did is when I did my online Costco order the other day, I picked up this huge thing of oatmeal and this thing of raisins. So we are going to, organic raisins there, make sure, oh, it looks like Scotty got some, so these are already open. So I'm gonna go ahead, we can dispose of this box because these are nice packages that you can reseal. So we're going to put this package back over in the pantry, and we're going to get this party started. Okay, so I'm going to need, what did I say again? I've got my banana. I'm just going to use this same little plate. Actually, no, I'm going to use the bowl to mash the banana. So we got our banana here. Usually I have a lot of these in the freezer, but Grandma lately has been making compost banana bread and these cookies because everybody seems to like them. Well, I say everybody on the cookies. It's just Abby and Scotty are the only two who like these cookies. So let's put this over here, get that out of my way. We're going to take this and mash this banana like so. I guess it doesn't call for vanilla or the other stuff. I thought it did. I might be using a different recipe. In fact, what did I do? Because I thought I wrote down that recipe the other day. What did I do with it? The one that I was using. But it's okay. It's not a big deal. I mean, it is what it is. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and open our big bag of oats, which I'm going to have to get a container to put these in because we don't want any bugs or anything getting in these. I'm going to go ahead and open that. So toss that right there behind there. We got our banana. Peanut butter. I need the smooth peanut butter. I'm going to grab that. I think I might have a half a cup in here, so I'm going to go with this. And like I said, I'm going to use, I don't care, I'm using the same utensils that I made the peanut butter cookies and the chocolate chip used for chocolate chip. Okay, so that's, we're going to do this. I think, yeah, we're just going to use whatever's left in this jar for these cookies. By the way, I learned the whole 3-ingredient peanut butter cookies from my niece, Tiffany, when we had our tea room there in Florida. There we go. And then I'll probably scrape that off of there. So I'm going to take my spoon and just get all this out of here. And these things right here, my sister and I got probably 20 plus years ago. I don't even remember. It's back in the day when she and I used to do Weight Watchers together, and this is what we used for measuring. And they came in all the different sizes. I thought at one time I had the 1 cup, but you know what? It may not have been. I don't know. So I've got my peanut butter in there. I've got my mashed banana. I think I'm going to add just a tad of vanilla. I don't know. I just feel it in my gut to add a tad of vanilla. That's just the way I am. I like to do that. So just a tad. And I've got the 100% natural vanilla extract. 100% natural. Okay, I got a little peanut butter on my finger, so I want to get that off so I don't lick it during my fast window. I'm going to take time right now to get these cookies off this sheet real quick, okay, guys? Oh, yeah, they're perfect. Perfect peanut butter cookies. They'll get a little bit harder over here, like I said. They're gonna continue to hard a little bit. I'm gonna use the same pan to bake our healthy oatmeal breakfast cookies. Okay. Yep. All right, so we have those there, and then once we get this situated, guys, we'll put some in the cookie jar. Okay, so I have my half a cup of peanut butter, I have my banana, a tad of vanilla. Now we're going to go in with our 1/4 cup of honey. This is a new container of honey, so I gotta get this off of here. I love honey. God, I love honey. I don't eat it though. I probably should. I mean, what's the big deal, right? It's just so much sugar. I know people are probably thinking, you're just crazy, Susan. You're crazy. It's a natural. It is. So today in South Carolina, actually, let me go look real quick. Hold on. Yesterday, the high only got 73. Currently, the high in South Carolina is 74. And it is what, 12 o'clock? Yep. 12:05. Okay, so I'm going to go in with what I say, a quarter cup of honey. Quarter cup of honey. Let's see, what do I got here? Okay, not that one. So here's my quarter measuring. So I'm just going to do this. It's okay if it's a little bit more, right? It's fine. It's fine. I'm going to scrape that out of there. God, I want to just eat this honey right now. I want to be like Honey Pooh Bear. Winnie the Pooh. Oh yeah, I love Winnie the Pooh. All right, so we've got our quarter cup of honey. Now we're going to, I'm going to put this back over here. I like to put things back as I use them. Where did I get, oh, let's put it up there. So I don't have so much to clean up. Like this is empty, we're going to put it over here in this box. Get that off our plate. All right, so now we're going to go in with a half a teaspoon of salt. And I think that on this part, I like to use just regular iodized salt and not the pink Himalayan salt. So I'm hoping I have a little bit over here. Actually, you know what? I think we might be okay. Yeah, I'm going to have to use that. I think it's fine, though. Not a big deal. Not a deal breaker. Pink Himalayan salt, and what I say, half a teaspoon. You know what, I'm not, I probably really don't need to measure it out, but I'm going to because that's just me. That's 1 teaspoon. There's a half a teaspoon I'm going to use. Yeah, because I probably wouldn't have done enough pinching on that. Wipe this off. I'm going to put this back in the drawer. Okay, so now what we need is a 2 1/4 cups of rolled oats. So I'm going to need 2 1/4 cups. I'm going to do 4 of these. Yes, 4 of these, and I don't want to do that. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to pour it in here. Actually, not using this. This is what we're going to do. We're going to use my 2-cup measuring cup because I don't want to mess up another bowl. And you know what? I'm going to go to the top, so we're going to call that 2 1/4. Okay, so now I'm going to need a 1/3 cup of raisins. I'm going to rinse this out real quick, get this done. And when I got the sink going, I'm going to wash up my coffee cup. Looks like the sun's going to come out today. We're going to have some sun, and you know what, I just realized I wasn't pointing down to the bowl, but that's okay. So yeah, I just, looking outside, it appears that the sun is going to come out and show its face today. So the plants are going to be really happy. My vegetable plants out there. And my seedlings that I planted, Abby and I planted last weekend. So yeah. Let me point this down for you guys. All right, so look, here we go. Got our rolled oats in there, and then now I'm going to go ahead and go in with our, until I can get a container, a nice sealed container for this oatmeal, I'm just going to do this. and just this little clip. Put that right on the top. Put that right there. All that stuff goes back to the pantry. We've got our raisins, and we need a 1/3 cup. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to use a 1/4 cup. What's the big deal, right? Use the same. You saw that, right? I did a little bit more than, but it's okay. I'm going to do this. We're going to get all that out of there. Okay, now we're going to go in and we're going to mix this up. Give it a good mixing. Like I said, I mean, yes, you're doing rolled oats. We are doing honey instead of sugar, but keep in mind, you know, it's still sugar. I hope this works with just the one banana. I don't see why it wouldn't, you know, because I don't know. I think it will. And then we've got our peanut butter here. So I'm going to give this a good mixing. Okay, so I've got this completely mixed. You know what I did too, though? I threw in just a couple of more extra raisins in that. And I'm going to use my same spoon that I did for the peanut butter cookies and the chocolate chip, but I'm going to clean it real quick because it's got stuff all over the handle. So get this all cleaned out. So the last couple times that I made these oatmeal, healthy oatmeal cookies, I actually didn't have the rolled oats. I had like instant oatmeal. So I'm curious to see how these are going to taste with the regular oats. And the instant oatmeal that I used was maple and brown sugar. Scotty loved them because he loves maple and brown sugar oatmeal. Very thirsty. Okay, I'm going to wipe my hands off here, get all that water off. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to give this a little spray, not much. I'm using the same pan. Just as so. Got a piece of trash over here. The only thing I have left to do is the brownies, and I'm going to make my quiche. So I'm going to chop up my mushrooms and some onions and some peppers, put those in the pan, let those cook together, and maybe throw in some ham with that, because whatever. I need a little bit of something, a little something, something. Okay, so I'm just going to take this, just like so, put it in here like that, and just put them on our little bowl here, or our little pan. And you don't have to, shape these or anything. I mean, I guess you could put them in balls if you wanted to. I just kind of just toss them on there, and just let them do their thing. Just let them do the thing. I'm curious, again, if the not having the, actually this recipe called for 3 bananas, but the one that I was using only called for 2. So I'm curious to see if it's going to make a difference. As far as, does it help hold the ingredients together? How does it bake? I don't know. So we'll see. I can't remember how many cookies this makes. I don't know. I don't know. I can't remember. You know, I need to buy, this is just one of those ice cream scoopers, I think. I need to buy the one that has the thing on it. So all I got to do is, I don't have to do this part. I can just put it on and just hit that little thing, and it just goes on the pan. I see some bakers, or I see people using those on YouTube. That's what I need. That's what I need. You could also, you know, if you wanted to like really do a large batch of these cookies, you can freeze these. Because I follow Becky on Acre Homestead, and that's what she does. She freezes them for her and her husband as a quick little breakfast grab and go. So yeah. Oh, you know what I'm going to do for Scotty today? I'm going to make some sausage for him. I'll tell you what I did. I'm all over the place. I just want to be this little Susie homemaker for some reason. I don't understand what's going on with me. I think it's doing the whole gardening thing. It's just really just encouraged me to get back to my to doing, you know, this kind of stuff, which I always loved doing this. Just never took time. It's just over the last, God, 10 years, I've just not been doing it as much. I don't know. I mean, I did it here and there, but not to the what I'm doing now. Like, I've been baking a lot lately. So these cookies, they're not going to spread out, but this is what we have. Whoops. And we're going to put them in the oven at 350, I think for like 15, 20 minutes. I got to look. Maybe I'm going to set it for 15 to start with. I can come in here and change it. All right, we got that going. So now I'm going to take my peanut butter cookies and I'm going to put, go ahead and do my layering in the cookie jar so there's not everything's on top. You know what I mean? Not all just chocolate chip on top. We'll do a little thing here. The oatmeal ones, I'll probably just put in another Tupperware bowl. All right, so we're going to do that. I'm going to put 4 of these on top. And I'm going to do some more peanut butter on there. A couple more peanut butter, and that'd be it. And then I got these left, and I also have 6 of the chocolate chip I'll put over here and get to the grandkids. I'm going to keep this out because we'll put the oatmeal, healthy oatmeal breakfast cookies on there. Okay, so that is that with that right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a quick, put the lid on here into the cookie jar, put it over here. I'll do that, and then I'm going to do just I've been cleaning up as I go, so there's not a lot to clean up. We're going to get ready to do the brownies next, so stay tuned. Stay tuned, my friends. Stay tuned. Okay, guys, so this video is already so long. I'm just going to do a separate video for the brownies.